Hi, welcome to Paranormal Kativity. Today I want to talk about the concept of spirit mimics. The closest I've come to this was, I've mentioned it in a previous video, where my mom would hear me calling out to her in our house growing up. She'd come rushing in to see what was wrong, and I would have no idea what she was talking about because it wasn't me. That idea of something mimicking someone's voice also happens in the form of full-bodied apparitions. And I've had quite a few people talk to me about their experiences with them, but I kind of wanted to do further research to see what exactly it is. It seems like, for the most part, most people consider spirit mimics to be more of a nuisance than any kind of actual threat. Usually they will just appear or sound like somebody in close proximity to where you're at whenever you perceive them. So usually it's somebody else who's in the house or who just recently left or came. A concept that's similar to this but still different enough is doubles. And with doubles, you could see them regardless of distance. They could be halfway around the world and you might see them in your own house, but that wouldn't actually be them. There were a couple other theories I came across regarding spirit mimics. The biggest one being that they are very commonly thought of as some type of elemental. That's how they like to be perceived. If they are able to be seen, they like to be seen as something that you're familiar with. Whenever I tried to dive into that further, there was nothing. So no theories on exactly what type of elemental, but some type of elemental energy is a very common belief with these. There is also a belief that was pretty low on the totem pole, where people thought that if something was copying a living person, then they might have a malicious intent, and that they could be doing it to try and convince somebody of them being that person. So in that regard, people thought that it was kind of a parasitic entity. I know, at least with my experience, I never had that kind of feeling with it, but it's a common thought, it seems like, with my research on this. Now, I do want to go over the fact that these mimic spirits are not the same type of like ghost lookalike as a doppelganger. That is a totally different thing that I've made a video for at least like 2 or 3 times and ended up not putting it up because I thought I could do it better. So that is a future video at some point, is to go over doppelgangers, but very quick cliff note. Doppelganger is usually, typically, you seeing a double of yourself, and it's a bad omen, and a lot of people have supposedly met their demise shortly after seeing their doppelganger. So, look forward to that in the future. But yeah, I wanted to go over spirit mimics with you guys and see if you have any more stories of your own that you haven't shared with me yet that you want to let me know about. There were quite a few online, but like I said, when it comes to actually what they are, it was relatively limited. It was just kind of like, this is an entity and it does it. It's just, that's its jam. Or it was like elemental, but we don't know anything past that. And I don't really kind of vibe that. I like to know a little bit more about stuff. So if you've heard of any concepts or theories regarding spirit mimics, I'd love to know. And if you've experienced it yourself, tell me stories. You guys know I like that. So be sure to comment below. Let me know your experiences with this. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can always do one of these. That's cool too. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time that I upload. I'm Kat, and this is Paranormal Kativity. Have a strange day. Bye!